everyone, and welcome to patch 4.3 Bean Story Quest under the Moonlight. Gosetsu and Tsuyu, getting straight into it. Alfino has important news to share. Oh, gonna start with voice acting? Nope. Alexander. Impeccable timing. We've just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. Makes sense, yeah? For the Guardians' part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman descriptions is soon to arrive in Yangshai. 'Twould seem that the prison exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightways for the Enclave then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Shitaru. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum. Wait a minute. I've got the wrong outfit on. Let's try that again. Apparently, this office... Oh, I can't change clothes in here. I suppose it makes a little bit of sense. It doesn't make as much sense as being able to change them out on the street. Which set was it? Ah, there we go. Perfect. I wanted something a bit more eastern. Where are we going? Lord Hien, so I suppose we'll have to go to Namai and then fly there? Wait, I forgot to install the crystals, didn't I? Doman Enclave. At Kekan. Well, we'll see. I almost totally forgot there was a crystal there. Yes! Do 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 do. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? You may. Come on, voice acting now. Now would be a good time. We know the broad strokes from his letter, but I would hear the details of our Doman friend's progress from Lord Hien himself. Ever since he drained our coffers dry, buying that sword, Alfino has had his purse strings in a death grip. I can't even buy a cup of tea without him going on about the dangers of frivolous spending. Alfino, extremes in one way or the other. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one matter I'd neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear. And despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Alice, shall we? Yes, let us. Let us shall. Voice acting here. I know I say it all the time, but this is a scene that I say it.
Open wide now.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
I mean, this isn't really the best time for that.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
They look more like bullet wounds to me.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
Oh, it's ended. I mean, before we continue, with how happy that was, something awful's gonna happen. I know how this game works. They show you something really cheery and happy and everyone's laughing and having fun, and then Nidstinian Enhog comes along and stabs your friend. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think they're a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago I'd be living to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events! I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him? You couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains, he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and will ask no more. And we will, sorry. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu, that's a mix of the two, is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yukiri! Out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So, what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami, a child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu, and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time, to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The galleons are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. Alright. Even after weeks of surveillance, it was difficult for me to accept that Yotsuyu's condition was genuine, but not as difficult as accepting Gosetsu's affection for her. The skiff will take us to our meeting with the ambassador. I've got the wrong voice. We will join you at the docks once preparations have been made. Alright then, off to the docks. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. Can you jump? No, that's not a jump through the window. I saw the gap and was curious. Do do do. Hello, Kojin. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Shall we wait here, then? Lord Hien should not be long. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She is nowhere to be found. What? But the Guardians will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain, word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think... Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. What a new fallen snow it was. Was she important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Twould seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Oh, Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Ba 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 ba. Gone like the morning dew. Though his face betrays little sign of panic, Hien plainly desperate to find Yotsuyu. Wait, Hien is. I didn't say that word is at all. Hien is plainly desperate to find Yotsuyu before something terrible happens. It would seem Tsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far. Oh, but can we help us if someone catches a clear view of her face? I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hien. Now, as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I join you on the other side. Alright. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surroundings. Alfino, if you would take the road to Castor Fulminus. Alexander, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff, and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. Alright? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Oh, it's just gonna skip us straight over there. Speaking of Namazu, ba 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 da 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 do 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 do. Gyo-san.
Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes. If there's anything you care to know, you need only... Huh? This good woman. I have seen no such traveler, I'm sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance.
Alright. Do. Gyoku?
Unusually pale skin. Yes. I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeastern direction, for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her.
Let us go, Mikoshi! It's like, it definitely is the best mount ever. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Alright. Not a bad place to look out, I suppose. You see no signs of Yotsuyu to the north. Perhaps she is somewhere farther off to the northeast. Ba 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 da 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 da. Just as long as she isn't heading towards the castrum. Oh, I bet she's going for persimmons. You say no sign of Yotsuyu? Perhaps she is farther northeast. Oh, this is a long survey. We are close to Namai though. Yotsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north you spy a familiar looking white brimmed hat. Oh, that's not good. Bamboo hat. Yeah, she's definitely done what I said. I'm almost positive. A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki.